first worked with Matylda Smith when I got a horse named Bailey, who was this huge thoroughbred quarter horse cross that I had a lot of trouble understanding and dealing with. He was big enough that he was a little intimidating to me. He was stubborn enough that I had trouble trusting him and feeling comfortable around him. And therefore I didn't enjoy him a whole lot. And I found that the groundwork that I was able to do with Matylda did help us build a relationship where I came to trust him, he relaxed, and he came to trust me.
What I like to do is ride dressage, and I do that about 5 times a week. And I noticed that when I started taking lessons with Matylda about 5 years ago, I was just a beginning rider, and I really was hit or struck by the fact that everything that we did in our groundwork sessions translated almost immediately to when I got on the horse. We would be doing something and it would be like, oh, well, that's because my leg is on, and that's because Matylda just taught me how to do that on the ground. And then when I got on him, all of a sudden I was able to take what I did with him on the ground, and it actually worked under saddle, and it just blew me away because I didn't realize that the two went hand in hand that way.
When we first contacted Matylda Smith, our main goal was to be safe trail riders. This was a key issue for us, and I think we have accomplished that. We do a lot of groundwork. We use a lot of classical dressage exercises. All of the work we've done has helped improve the top line of the horses. Our riding is much better, much more balanced.
It was probably one of the most fun things that we did, jumping him over barrels and, you know, pointing my finger and having him go off in the direction I wanted him to, being able to control him, to change his gaits, to come to me, to leave me, all in a way that showed that we had a really tight relationship, definitely translated into my riding. And when the time came that I developed arthritis and I couldn't ride anymore, I think the fact that he was trusting and biddable was one of the things that allowed him to finally go off to a great home. He's now up in the mountains of Colorado, being a cow pony with a teenage boy, and he's happy as a clam.
My wife and I have been working with Matylda Smith for about 6 months now. Prior to this, we had owned 2 riding mules. We had had them for a couple years, and both of us had been injured on the trail riding these mules. As a result of that, we had sold those mules and we bought 2 horses, and really didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to deal with training a horse. So we got a hold of Matylda and started working with her, and we started with the basics. We started with groundwork and learning how to basically respect each other, horse and rider. And we progressed along that road and became not horse and rider, but partners. I feel like I am truly connected with my horse now. He and I understand each other, we trust each other, and we're really friends. I mean,
You know, I think a lot of times when a person looks for a trainer, one of the things you're really concerned about is this going to be worth my time and my money? Am I going to get a true benefit and a true improvement out of my interaction with this person? And you don't know going into it. And I have to say, after a lot of experience with Matylda Smith, that I feel I have gotten really good value for my dollars spent.
this is important to us, to be able to trust our horses, to not only be safe with us, but to, make trail riding a pleasure for us as opposed to a job. And we have accomplished those goals.
So now we've gone from green horse, green rider to doing several clinics a year, and we started showing him last year, and we won our first blue ribbon last year with a great score. And a lot of the techniques that I learned from Matylda, I bring along to all those because we warm up before the shows and the clinics. If he's feeling spooky, I get a better idea of whether he's feeling spooky, things that I never would have noticed before. And she will say, oh, by the way, did you see that he was just bossing you or pushing you around? And I might have thought before, oh, he just wanted to stand really, really close to me.
I think one of the key issue things is we've learned how to look at problems and break them down into components. And Matylda's taught us that, you know, you need to break it down into steps and you work on each step and, you know, pretty soon you've got the whole thing down.
And I can read his signals better. And I'm learning to read his signals better when I'm on him also. So that was a very important thing. But I think one of the most important things that I got was just how much she really loves her horses, and she loves my horse, and he loves her, which kind of annoyed me a little bit, but I'm over it now. And I just got so much out of working with Matylda, and I'm very grateful.
It's been a real pleasure for me and an inspiration. There's no question about it. In terms of her character, she's been reliable, she's been trustworthy, she's been honest with me, she's gone the extra mile, and I am so comfortable with the knowledge that she really cares about my horse. She has my horse's best interests in mind all the time.